I was going to post this on my Facebook site, but I decided not to. This one functional strength coach was saying, "Here's this young girl I've been working with for 3 years, and watch her technique." And the bar is looping around,
Yeah.
and then crashing on her, and her back is going into hyperextension. But it's like a 15-year-old girl. I'm not going to trying to embarrass,
Well, it's not
her
it's
on the
not
internet.
it's not her that should be embarrassed. It's this clown that doesn't know how to do his job.
And
That
we
should
see
be
what
embarrassed.
was funny about the video. They kept keep it close, keep it close. What do you mean keep it close? It's a foot away from your body. I even
It's
did a bar
got
path.
there's a giant loop in it, and he can't coach the loop.
Yeah.
These people can't coach these lifts. They can't coach the lifts. But if you're functional training, you don't have to. How hard is it to coach a correct squat versus coaching a Bulgarian split squat?
Well,
Well,
I think one of the problems is the coaches are afraid of the squat.
yeah, they are.
If they squat at all, it's in a power rack. But I don't know. Have you visited high school weight rooms and watched these kids squat?
Oh, absolutely not. I refuse to go in. I'm
But
not interested in seeing it anymore. Last time I was in a high school weight room was probably 25 years ago, and I don't want to see it. It just pisses me off, and there's nothing I can do about it.
But the thing is, they don't teach kids how to miss a weight, properly, and that's what I have a problem with a lot of the boot camp programs. Is these horrendous videos on YouTube. These people don't know how to drop a snatch behind them. Okay, that's when I've given some clinics on Olympic lifting. The first thing I do is I teach them. Here's how you miss a clean. Here's how you miss a snatch. Okay, and a lot of these kids don't know how to do that. They do not know how to spot a squat. If you were going to do a box squat, and I could see in season where it can have some value, like the day before a game, you don't want to wear yourself out. But you have 3 spotters. You have 2 on the side and 1 in the back. And I've seen these people doing these squats. They don't even know how to set up the pins correctly in the squat rack. So, and the pins are basically depth controlled anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that they say, well, really don't want the liability, in case somebody got hurt in a squat. So let's just do this Bulgarian split squat.
If your primary concern is liability, then I think the best way to mitigate that liability is to learn how to do your fucking job. Learn how to coach the squat correctly. Now I've hurt myself bad. I'm a beat up, torn up old guy, but I've never hurt myself bad in the weight room. That's not where it happens. It's get bucked off a horse or falling off a ladder or some kind of shit like that. It's where I get hurt. But we just don't have. I've had a gym for coming up on, let's see, 84, coming up on 40 years. And I have never had a catastrophic injury occur in the gym. Because everybody that trains in my gym knows how to do the lifts. And they are not dangerous. Now, we've had back tweaks, but you have back tweaks at the grocery store, right? We don't have catastrophic injuries because we teach everyone how to do the exercises safely. Okay, and I just don't. If you don't want to have your lifters squat because you think they're dangerous, then you don't know how to coach the squat. And that's a big, giant hole in your preparation for your job, isn't it? Right? If you don't know how to coach the squat, learn how to coach the squat. Don't avoid doing the most useful exercise on the surface of the earth because you don't know how to coach it.
It's kind of funny. I coached my first woman athlete in 1983. She went to the national championships in lifting, and up until 2018, I would say I maybe coached 1,500 female athletes,
Mm-hmm.
and I never had an ACL. And people say, well, how do you, on field or in the weight room? And people say, well, how do you rehab ACLs? I don't know. I never had one.
Never had one. How do you
actually,
prehab ACLs? You deadlift, and you clean, and you squat. That's how you prehab. That's how you don't have ACLs. But how many women's soccer teams do you know of where half of the girls don't have a scar on their knee?
In fact, a local soccer team here, a local high school, they had 4 ACLs in the first 3 weeks.
Now,
Like,
this is
what?
this is
And you know what's even crazier is that like 75% of these injuries are non-contact.
no, they're cutting. They're cleats on your feet, and you're stopping and starting. There's a bunch of stress on the ACL. Remember what the ACL does. Now, if your hamstrings aren't capable of helping your ACL, then your hamstrings aren't strong enough. And if your hamstrings aren't strong enough, it's someone's fault.